Okay, so you're now my loose head. Okay, loose head prop, and now just so part of the jargon, loose head and tight head. It's just like bolts and screws, lefty loosey, righty tighty. Loose head's on the left, tight head's on the right. Okay, got that? The reason we call them that, for people that need to know, is that in rugby union, when we engage in the front row, you go to the left of your opposite. In rugby league, that's not true. In rugby league, you got to fight your head position. So you get up gashes and cuts and everything. It's really kind of interesting. But we go to the left, so we're coming up like this. You're my opposite. I go on this side. So if he's the loose head prop, when we bind together, his head's on the outside. Okay, it's loose. How about that? Cool? My head, because I'm on the right-hand side, I'm the tight head. My head's tight because I've got it between two other guys. That's all it is. So lefty loosey, righty tight. Okay. They got different jobs, they got different body types, but for right now, that's what we need to do. Cool. There is a school of thought that says that the single most important bind in the scrum is between these two players. Okay. The reason for that, why do you think that is? Sure. They've got a tight head in here whose job is to split you apart. Split you apart, it puts you under a lot of pressure. My job is to try and get in there and beat you up. So if they got to keep that bind tight. Okay? So it's the most important bind in the scrum. It's the first one. So hooker, hands up. Good. Face straight. Good. All right. So for those who want to see in the back, the loose head is the first bind, the tight head's the second. Okay. Now, the question is where you want to bind. This is really up to, this is more a matter of preference. Part of the players is more about it's most comfortable but also effective. You go down on the shorts. Okay. That's a good spot. You just take it more. That puts it down on the shorts. But what this does, if you look at it, is look at the shoulder alignment. Okay. When we come together, that's going to put a lot of pressure on. Okay. So drop down. Go ahead and bind higher on. And you get binding higher by reaching around and grabbing here. Okay. Reach around and grab here. And then just sort of sit in there and pull your shoulders down. We can even get down lower than that. Now we're getting the shoulders more square across rather than having one guy way out in front. And if I were working with you guys, I'd be working on that part of that. The other thing that happens is that if I'm being bound up here as the hooker, my hips are more free. Okay. If I'm down here, my hips are less free. Okay. So it's just a matter of being bound up here, be able to hook the ball, make what we want to do. If we are scrummaging in defense, okay, a lot of people still have the hookers hook for the ball. All right, that's one. My opinion is that if you're playing against me, you've got a hooker with one leg up in the air, that's when I want to be driving with all 8 of my guys. We'll drive you off the ball rather than hook for it. Okay? So what we do there is you guys can get down lower and really keep things as tight and hard across as you possibly can. But this is really more a matter of how the front row wants to come together. As long as you're effective, I don't have to break up so you can get some blood back in your fingertips. Okay. For those who want to see the easiest way to bind, okay, I'm going to do it over here. So if I'm binding on him, if I do, we'll turn it this way because most people do. If I'm binding on him and take it this way, that's not particularly tight. Okay? But what I can do very simply is just take my thumb, put it underneath like that, and suddenly I've got a tight bind. So it's just a matter of grabbing on like this, and then putting your thumb underneath. I went through a coaching clinic once where the guy talked about ways to do that for about 45 minutes. It was like, got it, move on. But the idea is getting in there and reaching in, hooking your thumb underneath. Okay, that makes things a lot tighter. The other thing is don't ever let your players scrummage in t-shirts. Okay, first of all, you're going to lose a t-shirt. You won't lose it today, but you're going to lose a t-shirt. But more importantly, you're doing a disservice to everybody else because they're not able to bind tight. Okay, so anytime we're doing scrummaging practice, polo shirts are okay, rugby jerseys are even better. Make it all work. Okay.